Welcome to Podcast Talk. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Mr. LG, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today on another episode where I dive into the hottest trending topics and current events. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe and like button. Let's aim for 47 subscribers. Your support means the world to me, and we're just getting started. Today's hot topics. Before we jump into our main discussion, let's touch on a few other trending stories making waves. Politics. In a shocking move, President Trump has decided to freeze almost all foreign aid. This decision is stirring quite the debate on the implications for global relations and domestic politics. What do you think this means for our country's standing in the world? Sports. Over in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs are gearing up to defend their Super Bowl title against none other than the Philadelphia Eagles. Them birds is shaping up to be an electrifying matchup, and fans on both sides are fired up. Who's your pick for the win? Entertainment. In the world of entertainment, we see Sean P. Diddy Combs filing a jaw-dropping $50 million lawsuit against his accusers related to an alleged sex tape incident. This saga is unfolding in the public eye, making headlines left and right. Will this lawsuit change the narrative for P. Diddy? I don't know, we have to see. What do you all think? Finance. On the financial front, we've seen some rough waters as Dow Jones futures stumbled by 0.4% with the general decline across the board. Bitcoin is taking a hit as well, dropping down to around 101,000. Personally, I just sold my Bitcoin, and I'm in the process of rebuilding my stock and crypto portfolio. I will keep you all updated on my journey, plus the latest market news right here on this podcast. Now, diving into the main topic, A$AP Rocky's assault trial. Now, let's get into the heart of today's episode, the ongoing trial involving rapper A$AP Rocky, born Rakim Mayers. His trial began on January 24th, and he faces serious charges, 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm for allegedly firing a handgun in the direction of an individual during a confrontation. A$AP Rocky is not just a rapper, he's an actor, designer, and a member of the prominent hip-hop collective, A$AP Mob. You might know him for his hit songs and his relationship with pop sensation Rihanna, but now he's in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The defense strategy. So what A$AP Rocky's defense is looking like? His lawyer has painted the accuser, A$AP Relly, who's actually part of the same rap collective, as a jealous rival seeking money. The defense claimed that the gun in question was merely a prop gun intended for protection, and they argued that Relly was aware of this fact. It raises some intriguing questions about the motives behind the allegations. It's hard not to draw parallels between this case and the controversial case of YNW Melly. The accuser, A$AP Relly, who's actually part of the same rap collective, as a jealous rival seeking money. The defense claimed that the gun in question was merely a prop gun intended for protection, and they argued that Relly was aware of this fact. It raises some intriguing questions about the motives behind the allegations. It's hard not to draw parallels between this case and the controversial case of YNW Melly, who faces double murder charges and is currently in a precarious legal situation. Many believe he's facing significant time if convicted. That said, the circumstances surrounding A$AP Rocky are notably different, particularly since the accuser was unharmed in this incident. Yeah, that's a serious situation YNW Melly is in. I personally believe he's cooked on that one. And the reason why I think it's some type of parallel between these two cases because it's the issues with band members. And I always say that the worst people you can have an enemy is somebody you know. Somebody you probably grew up with, somebody that's knows all the ins and out about you, and those tend to be the people that you can't easily get rid of. They will ride you. They will hound you. They know everywhere you be at. They know everybody you know. They're going to keep calling you, texting you, coming by, and things can happen. Tempers can flare. And a lot of times it's over notoriety or money or something to that nature. Now, this guy, ASAP Rally, probably my first time ever hearing of this guy, but I've heard ASAP Rocky's name probably since he's been in the hip hop game for various reasons. Maybe music. I don't know a lot of his music, but he's a very popular person, and dating Rihanna adds to the popularity. And that's why I say it's some type of comparison, because there's a lot of issues going on with this YNW Melly stuff. And in his case, they're using forensics as, or forensic experts as witnesses in that case. And it all points to YNW Melly shooting those people from the backseat of that car, but he claimed it was a drive-by. But we'll remain to see. His first trial was a hung jury, so they come with the second trial, and it's coming up soon, probably sometime this year. He's been in there for some years now. And it seems like this ASAP Rocky situation pretty much was the same. Got rivals within the same band. If convicted of these charges, he can face up to 24 years. So what exactly is the trial about? At a pretrial hearing on November 2023, ASAP Rally, born Terrell Efron, testified that he and Rocky were high school friends, just like I said, it's probably somebody you went to school with or something, who once belonged to the same rap collective. Their relationship frayed amid Rocky's rise to fame. I just said a few minutes ago, notoriety have a lot to do with all this, because some band members may get more famous than the other ones. That's usually in many groups. Relly and Rocky agreed to meet on the evening of November 6, 2021 to clear their differences, Relly testified. Relly claimed Rocky arrived with two men at a parking garage near the W Hotel in Hollywood. Prosecutors alleged that he and Rocky briefly argued, and Rocky pulled a gun from his waistband and later fired at Relly, grazing his knuckles. A claim they argue is supported by surveillance video showing Rocky holding the gun before the shooting. They do have some footage of some parts of this incident. In 2022, Rocky was arrested at a Los Angeles airport as he and Rhianna returned from a trip to Barbados. He pleaded not guilty and was released on bond. There's a lot of stuff be going over in LA. Besides the local beefs and all that type stuff, people been beefing with each other and they taking it out in LA. Young Durk, well, Lil Durk, he's charged right now for actually setting up a hit over there in LA. So there's some crazy stuff going on out there. These two probably live out there. So I watched some of the opening statements or the opening arguments. It seemed to be interesting. But my thing is, if you pull out a prop gun, what if the police are standing around? How would that look on a video camera? What if security was standing around, some security guard or something like that? The police will take that as a real gun. That's just facts about it. They will pull out their gun and start shooting at you if you pull out any type of gun that even resembles a real gun. They've killed children who had ray guns. Looked like a play gun, they still shot and killed them. So that's a very dangerous thing to even be walking around with a prop gun. Of course, I don't do investigative reporting, but I look at the ins and outs of some of these cases, and then they be trending topics, and I would just like to get my thoughts on it. I wouldn't want this guy to go to jail, and I definitely don't want somebody shot and killed. So it's just a crazy incident. But again, it goes into the fact of you able to have a real emotional battle with somebody you grew up with, somebody you started out with, somebody you went to school with, somebody you knew since childhood. And sometimes along the way, that best friend stopped being the best friend. People change, and that includes best friends. And then you have people that they be best friends forever. I know a few people like that. I know you all know a few people like that. Do me a favor, family, click that like button, click that subscribe button. It means the world to me that you all support this channel. We just getting started. We're going to build this thing brick by brick, just like I said on other episodes. But back to this best friend or good friend situation. I even got people like that I started out with, super cool, went to school together, did almost everything together, and over time we just grew apart. And we're not enemies or nothing like that, but it's not like I'd be talking to the guy or just a couple of people for that fact. I don't talk to them. There's no beef or nothing like that, but you just sort of outgrow that. And it looks like it's that particular situation like this. ASAP Rocky may have outgrown the rap collective, especially by him being one of the most high-profile person out of the group. It comes very tough. And I just know so many people that had beef with personal people. And one of the things I say about personal people, you have people that go and move around with you and they go through the ebbs and flow of life with you. So you're in a high climax of your life, they probably around watching all that. When you're at a low point in your life, they may be around watching all of that. Someday, somehow, they're going to use some of that stuff against you. And when you're sitting on your throne, there's always somebody trying to take you off of your throne. This may be the case here. This guy, I don't know about his charges or his charge he's accusing ASAP Rocky. There's probably a little stuff added on his end. It's probably his plot to get ASAP Rocky off his throne. But I don't know. I'm just speaking on a little bit of experience. And he's facing up to 24 years. Just imagine that. He's 36 right now. Dating a superstar. Got kids by this woman. And he's risking it right now, taking it to trial. And he really believes in what his defense is. And it's best to plead not guilty because you can always come back on the appeal. That's the thing about pleading not guilty. When you take a plea deal, you can't come back off that plea deal and try to take it on the appeal. It's not going to work. Once you take that plea deal, it's a wrap. You basically stuck with that. But when you plead not guilty, you still have a fair chance to come back on the appeal. That's just how the court system works. I believe they had a court date today. I'm going to have to look it up because, I do this live. I do it straight off the hip. And I'd like to look up information while I'm doing it live. I believe they had a trial date today because I watched the opening statements. So let me just go over here to YouTube real quick. As a matter of fact, the title to this page is Podcast Talk LG. And make sure you share this video. They didn't have court today, but I will be keeping you all updated on this story right here. This all serves as a reminder that the hip-hop world is often rife with drama, not just in music, but in the lives of the artists we admire as well. It really makes you think about the complexities behind fame and the challenges that come with it. My final thoughts. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about ASAP Rocky's trial? Do you think he's facing a tough battle, or does his defense has a solid chance? And how do you feel about the other trending topics? Drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for tuning in. It's the LG Experience Podcast Talk. I am your host, Mr. LG. Remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I appreciate each of you. Until the next time, stay engaged with the world around you. Peace out.